With how bad Phase 4 of Marvel was and how much money Disney lost last year, there's going to be a lot of changes that are going to be done with Phase 5 of the MCU. Marvel Studios is going to be delaying a lot of movies and Disney Plus shows. A lot of stuff is going to get pushed back and delayed. And honestly, who gives a shit at this point? Marvel used to be so good back in the day. I remember watching the Avengers trailers, the Captain America trailers, the Tom Holland Spider-Man trailers, and I would get happy. I would actually get excited and would be dying to go see these movies. And now Marvel is a joke. Like, Marvel is such a big joke now, dude. You cannot take them seriously now. Ever since they focused more on woke propaganda and woke identity politics, that has been the downfall of the MCU. They don't prioritize the fans. They don't prioritize the audiences. They don't care about us. They just care about the woke propaganda and to rush everything and push it out as soon as possible. And with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania getting some very bad reviews, especially since this is the beginning of Phase 5, that's saying a lot. And we can take a look at the scores again for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and the scores have dropped. I did my video talking about this movie about a day ago, and the score was a 56, I think. Now it's a 49. Yikes. That score is looking terrible. And a big issue that I've heard a lot of people complain about with this movie is the CG, especially with the way how MODOK looks in Ant-Man 3. Man, that CG is rough, dude. Oh, that is straight up Scorpion King Mummy Return CGI. Straight up PlayStation 2 graphics. And this is one problem that I've had with Marvel. Aside from the woke propaganda and the terrible comedy, Marvel just rushes everything now. We already know that Disney abuses their employees. They force them to work overtime, put a ton of stress and pressure on them, and to basically rush through everything. Get it out as fast as possible. It doesn't matter if something looks unfinished. It just has to be out now. That was the big problem. That was one of the big problems with Phase 4. A lot of things were rushed. A lot of the CG was rushed. That's why it looked terrible. For the final look, She-Hulk CGI was garbage. She-Hulk had some of the worst CGI I have ever seen in any show. And the budget for that show was pretty high too. So the fact that Marvel is now slipping with their visual effects artists and treating them bad, that's just disgusting. That's terrible. And this is why so many Marvel movies have terrible CG now, because everything is rushed. And look at all this stuff that we're getting for Phase 5. Honestly, nobody asked for this stuff. Nobody's excited for this. Me personally, the only thing that I find interesting on this chart is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That actually might be a movie that I think could be good, because I enjoyed the first two Guardians, so maybe I'll like this one. But everything else looks garbage. I don't care for it. The Ironheart show, don't give a shit about that. Riri Williams is one of the worst characters in Marvel. The PG-13 Blade reboot, that's going to be a piece of shit. And then there's another Captain America. Steve Rogers is gone. How can there be another Captain America? Like, Sam is just not it, folks. He's not it. And all this stuff in Phase 5, it just does not have any interest with me. If Disney would take their time to put actual effort into making these movies and shows, then they'll do good. People will like them. But now you can't take Disney seriously anymore. This is the problem that Marvel is going to keep having. And I wouldn't be surprised if Phase 5 is even worse than Phase 4 of Marvel. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe. Give this video a like. Be sure to follow my Instagram. And I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.